Recap. We first presented the client-server model to you. We explained that a server can receive a request from a client and return a response in the form of a file or a service. Then, in the next video, we introduced our other actors of the data connectivity world. More precisely, we said that data assets are being stored on servers, and each one of them has a specific type of digital interface, an API. Then, software engineers and developers access the data servers through these APIs in order to build software applications, which act as the end users of the API. Finally, they are intended to provide their end users, people or other apps, with information that will satisfy their requests. Looking at it from developers' perspective, the goal is to create apps that respond to people's needs better than those developed by competitors. A better app in general is one that works faster and more efficiently. To achieve this, it needs information from multiple servers so that its end users can get rich and to-the-point data as swiftly as possible. That's why, when creating the app, the software developer's job includes leveraging multiple APIs simultaneously, thus employing other technologies in its core functionality. Let's see a real-life example of the landscape. Think of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google, Reddit. The list of similarly structured companies is countless. They all have servers, related web pages, and mobile apps. Now, imagine you wanted to read some posts on Reddit. You can do this via their website or mobile app. However, should you decide to use the text from the Reddit's post in your own app, you wouldn't be able to get them via the website or the mobile app. From a browser, you could only retrieve the posts in the form of text and code that is used to create user interface. To extract just the text without the code, you'd need to connect to the Reddit's database, where this text information has been stored, and pull exactly the data you need. You can do this through Reddit's API. Remember, the application programming interface is not the web page or the app. It is a separate technology, acting like a gateway to the server which you, as a programmer, can connect directly to. So, if you need information about the posts on Reddit, you'll have to connect to its database API and extract the relevant information from there, not from the web page or the app. Okay, but this database contains news, comments, ratings, reviews, and so many other things. Is it necessary that a single API deals with all of them? In terms of work overload, wouldn't this be too heavy for the API? Well, remember, an API is a collection of endpoints, and they practically split its functionality into parts. One endpoint is about Reddit's comments, another one about ratings, a third one for news, and so on. Therefore, a programmer will match his code with the desired endpoint only. And from a technical perspective, the most amazing thing about APIs is that sometimes everything you need can be accessed with the ease of writing just 2 lines of code. In fact, this might sound like a fairy tale, because it actually is. Almost. There are limitations to this story. To process your requests, an API does require maintenance, and this naturally costs a certain amount of resources. Furthermore, security is a big problem for these interfaces. So, the APIs must act as a filter that will prevent the system from malicious programmers and overloading, while at the same time guaranteeing quality access to its users. Finally, let's not forget that you will most probably have private information on your server too. Would you like the whole world to be able to access it for free? Of course not. That's why some services come at a certain monetary price, and as a consequence, using an API may sometimes cost and even be quite expensive. Nevertheless, the structure is out there, and data connectivity exists. It is possible to use the multi-million-dollar servers of some companies and add their servers to your app, thus improving its performance immensely. Sometimes, this will even let you come up with completely new functionalities. Otherwise, the entire process can be thought of from the reverse side too. If you are maintaining an app and providing specific services to other apps or people, in certain cases, you should build your own API on your server to improve the communication with them. That's another way in which good knowledge of APIs helps you share information with the rest of the world. Having your own interface helps you improve the functionality of the service you are offering. In addition, you can charge customers a fee, so technically, this could help cover some costs. Now, to clarify these abstract explanations, let's check another real-world example. Pick an online travel agency. Momondo, Expedia, Kayak, Booking.com, you name it. Each of these agencies is an online travel service that offers information from numerous hotels, airline companies, car rentals, etc. So, on the website, you could just indicate the dates of your flights, how many people are taking the trip, the number of rooms you want to book, whether you would like to rent a car or get insurance, and so on. So, these agencies are doing an amazing job. Using several APIs, they are delivering the information you need within seconds. All they need is your request, and then they will take care of the response that will be brought back to you. Amazing! Next, let's elaborate on why we prefer using them over a static database. First, as perceived from the online travel agency example, data is changing extremely quickly. An airline could cancel a flight, and you'd like to see this change visualized as soon as possible, right? Second, all you need is a specific bit from the entire dataset. You have no use of information about all cars available for rent during your stay abroad. The API's endpoints help you choose just from the cars that satisfy your criteria: size, daily price, and car brand, for example. Third, don't forget how huge the database of an external source could be. And if you think you could store the data of a car rental firm, just imagine how big the Google's database is. Hundreds of exabytes. It's insane. Storing this amount of information at home is impossible. However, accessing their data through their API allows you to obtain that relatively tiny little piece of information you want. We hope this video helped you realize how aggregating information from multiple servers by using APIs does not offer just a couple of advantages. This activity saves enormous amounts of your time, provides access to numerous databases, and is very efficient when delivering precisely the information you need. That's why using APIs is at the core of data connectivity. Our next step will be to project the same story from one layer deeper, explaining what software integration is in general and how it works. And a little more.